everyone, my name is Gail and welcome to my sunroom. Thank you for joining me today. Last week I was putting together some squares, working on my grandson a quilt top, and I put together some squares. So today I thought I'd bring you along. I've got all of my squares made. I had to make 20 squares, which meant that I made 4 small squares and put them together to make this one big square. So today I'm working on quilting them, and I'm going to be putting them together with some of this just a little black fabric I got here at Walmart. I'm going to be putting just a little sash in. I'm doing a quilt as you go, so that's what I'm going to attach each of them with, is a little black strip. But that's later. Today I'm just working on trying to get some of them quilted, so I thought I'd bring you along with me today and maybe just watch me quilt a little bit. But before I get real good and started, I was going to tell you, today was the first for me. I had to run to Walmart this morning, and while I was in there, I picked up some of this quilt basting spray. This is the first time I've ever tried this. It's June Taylor. I've never tried this before. I've always just pinned my back end and everything together, my batting and all. I usually just pin it together. So I've seen several people use this, and I thought, well, today I'm going to try that and just see how it works. So I did my first one, and I'll attach the little short video to that and show you how I did it. So I'm anxious to try it and see how it's going to work. So I'm going to just adjust this a little bit and see if I can bring you down. You might not need to see all of me, but you can see part of me as I'm working on this, and hopefully I can bring you in close enough. Like I told you, I'm not a teacher. I'm not on here to teach you how to do stuff. I just bringing you in while I'm working on my stuff, just talk to you a little bit and kind of share with you what I'm working on and why I'm working on it. Well, as I've told you, this little quilt is going to be for my grandson, and I need to adjust this. I think I've got you. I'm still trying to learn with this camera. Okay, well, you can't see my whole face, but you can see part of me. I feel like it's super crooked. Okay, let's try that. So anyway, I'm making this for my grandson for a birthday present. I had 2 daughters. My children, I wanted a boy so bad. And I had 2 girls. Now I wouldn't trade those girls for nothing. I love them with all my heart. And the way my life turned out, I'm proud that I had both of them. I wouldn't exchange them for a boy for no amount of money in this world. They've both brought me lots of joy. But my first grandchild was a girl. Well, me having girls and first grandchild being a girl, I was excited when my daughter had her second child, and we knew that he was going to be a boy. So I was just so excited. And so that's my first grandson. And I have my next grandchild was a girl. First great-grandchild was a girl. Second great-grandchild was a boy. And so on my side it stopped. Now my husband, he has a daughter and a son, and he has all boys for grandsons. 3 boys, and he has 3 great-grands. Now they're ours. I say that, and I don't mean to not claim them. I'm not saying that. I'm just kind of explaining. But he has 3 grandsons, and he's got 2 great-grandsons and 1 granddaughter. So I tend to have the girls, and he tends to have the boys. So with our lives joined now, and we've been married 22 and a half years, we just share the love. I share my granddaughters, and he shares his grandsons. So we just share the love with all of our kids. But don't seem like I did as much for my grandson as I have my granddaughters. You know, girls, they like to go shopping and do things like that, and I've never done that with him. But I've attended all of he played in the band, and of course I went to all of the ball games that I could. He played, it was back during the COVID era, and so, you know, you couldn't go to the away games, but I supported him in that, and tried to support him in everything that he's done, and very proud of him. He's a sweet young man, and very proud of him. He's brought me a lot of joy. You just don't realize how much joy he has brought me. So this is going to be for him. And after I get this one made, I'm going to start another quilt for my stepson, my husband's son. I'm going to make him a throw. He's a bachelor, and at this point in his life, so I'm going to make him a quilt, just a throw for his little apartment. And I enjoy making things for people. I really, this red here probably wouldn't have been my pick of a color to do. I probably would have picked a blue, but my grandson's favorite color is red. So I told him I was going to make him one and ask him what his favorite color was, and he said red. His mom had already told me that, but I wanted to confirm it. So I wanted to make something that he would like, the color that he would like, and I think he's going to be pleased with it. I'm very pleased at how it started, how it's going, and I'm pleased that I've enjoyed working on this red. I didn't know that I would like it that much, but it's coming together really good. And of course, his sister's already put in an order for one. She found out I was making him one. She wanted me to make her one. I made her a throw quilt out of all of her t-shirts. She was in the color guard, so from start to finish, all years, 4 years that she was in the color guard, she brought all her t-shirts to me and asked me if I could make one. Of course, I said yes, I can make one. She'd already brought the t-shirts to me. That's the only t-shirt quilt I've ever made, and it was rather hard. I don't know that I would make another one. I really don't. It was hard to make. For me, it was. Now, for some people, it might not be, but it was difficult for me to make it. I'm basically just going down, sewing. You can see here, stitching down part of this. Some of these little squares won't have any working on them, but I'm going down where it connects all the way down and just doing a straight stitch quilting. I can't do anything fancy. I wish I could. Maybe one day I can keep practicing making stuff for people and I can learn to do some fancy work here. I sure would like to try. Of course, now this sewing machine, this Juki here, does nothing but straight stitch sewing. It does not do any fancy thing. I can maneuver it to do some wavy lines down through here, but that's all that it does is straight stitching. My other little machine over here, the one that I pieced this on, it does a lot of little fancy work on it. So, but I usually just stick to what I feel comfortable with, and that's doing what I'm doing right now. I'm hoping to do some little bit fancier stuff, some wave stitching on. I've got a quilt top that I made for myself, and I'm going to try to get it quilted here in a few weeks, and I'm going to do some wave stitching on it and see how that works, because it's going to be for me, and it'll be a good practice since it's going to be for me. Now, if you're wondering why I got these gloves on, my hands are so dry, and I found that these do help. I don't really have to hold this. Doing the little squares, I don't really have to hold and pull this that much, but if I'm working on something big, I really have to have these gloves on. But it kind of gives me a little bit grip to the fabric. My hands don't just slide off of it, so that's why I've got them on. It helps more than you realize. So I'm going to try to get down these two lines here before I run out of time with this video. Let you see what this looks like. This is the second one that I've done today. The second one I've done, period. I got them all Saturday. I spent the whole day doing the rest of my squares, putting them together. And yesterday I scrapbooked, and crocheted some on that pretty colorful blanket for my daughter. Still working on it. And so today I got back into my quilting, wanting to get this done. I've got a busy week. Gonna spend the day with my two friends tomorrow. We get together once a month, so we're gonna meet up tomorrow and go out to eat. So probably won't do much. And then on Wednesday, I've got a doctor's appointment for just a little checkup. So I don't know how much I'll get done that day. So, and then Thursday and Friday is my babysitting days for the great grands. So I'll probably spend the rest of my day doing this. I've got a pot of chicken and dumplings going in the crock pot. Well, I haven't put the dumplings in yet. I got the chicken cooking, and I'll add the dumplings later. So pretty much have my dinner already cooked, and I won't have anything to go with them, just chicken and dumplings. So we got a little snow this morning here. Like I said, I had run to Walmart, and when I came out, it was snowing. I took a picture of the snow. It just flurried, and it's already melted. It didn't lay, but it's raining here now, and it's going to be very cold tonight, so I'm hoping that the roads don't freeze over. Everything's blooming out. Our hosta is way up out of the ground, and our irises are way up, so I'm just really hoping that it don't get so bad that it kills them. Of course, you know, hosta's pretty hard to kill. It's pretty hardy, but it's way up out of the ground. You never know here in North Georgia what the weather's going to be like. End of the week, it's going to be like a beautiful spring weather, so you just don't never know what it's going to be like. You just take it and go with it. So I've almost got this done. I'm trying to get it finished so I can show you what the quilting part looks like. And next week, I'm hoping to be far along with the little section that I'm putting in the middle to knit the squares together. So I'll bring you back along next week. I thought about doing a different video, but since I'm working on this and you've been following me with it, and I think I'll just bring you back next week and let you see how I'm doing on the squares. I mean on the quilting part of it, with that sash and putting it on. I don't know if you know what a quilt as you go is. I didn't really know until I seen it. You know, I watch a lot of videos, and I seen people doing it. I never could get the hang of it until I watched quite a few videos, and I seen some that was very, very simple and easy it looked like, and sure enough it was. And it's a good way to put your squares together if you don't want to do a great big quilt on your little, you know, home sewing machine, because that can get very hard sometimes. Okay. Yeah, I did these in a little, did them in a little hurry, but I wanted you to see, there's what my stitching looks like. It's all the way down. And here's what it looks like on the back. You can kind of see the pattern, how it pans out. So, and then like I said, I'll be putting them together with a little black strip down through here. And I think it's going to be very pretty. And I'm anxious to get that done and get it going. I'm hoping to get 4 of these done today and start putting my first row together. I've got 5 rows that I'll have to put together, 4 of these big squares to each row. So I thank you for coming along with me today. I could put you back up a little bit so you could see my face. Nothing to look at, but you can see me talking. But I thank you for coming along with me today and letting me just talk to you a little bit and share with you what I'm doing. And I hope to see you next week. Please like my channel and subscribe if you wish and share it if you wish. I would appreciate it. And until next week, you take care.